Yeah, I've talked about my award-winning barbecue sauce, Todd's New York Attitude Bourbon Barbecue Sauce. What, you got a problem with that? That's the slogan. Anyway, I've been making this since I was a kid, and I used to save up Chinese food soup containers, plastic Tupperware, and then I would make all this sauce and I would stack them up in the refrigerator, and my mom would yell at me for taking up the whole refrigerator. But even as a kid one day, what? Oh yeah, everybody loves the hair, thanks. But even as a kid one day I said, they've been doing this for hundreds of years. Why am I stacking my refrigerator? They've been home canning and home jarring foods for hundreds of years. I'm Chef Todd Moore. My mission is empowering people to cook without recipes. They experience the freedom to cook what they want, how they want it. The confidence to take control and try new things. The health benefits of fresh, wholesome foods. And the family strengthening bonds of dinner time together, as well as the money they save by eating well. Live without rules. Cook without recipes. It's a no-recipe lifestyle. So what we're going to do is talk about home canning today. And there are two arms of home canning: high acid products and low acid products. High acid products, very easy to jar because they prevent growth of botulism, basically bacteria. The highly acidic product, go back to the food safety episode, or if you've got my DVD, Burn Your Recipes Volume 1, review the food safety there. But highly acidic products don't allow as much bacterial growth. So a barbecue sauce is a perfect thing to jar. We can do this in a water bath. What happens is the moisture in here tries to escape, the air escapes. It's not that dramatic. It doesn't blow the lid off. It escapes, and then after 15 minutes or so of boiling in a hot water bath, which we know is 212 degrees, 100 degrees Celsius, and then we take them out and cool. As they cool, a vacuum is created. You store your food safely. Also, think about all the benefits of home canning. You can lower your grocery bill. The Barbeque seed company says every 50 bucks you spend on seeds, grow something, can yield up to $1,200 in home produce. Home produce has no additives to it like a lot of these things in the grocery store, and you're creating a sustainable lifestyle by learning how to home can items. So today we're talking about a hot water bath home canning. We're going to take my barbecue sauce and I'll show you how to do it. All right, empty all the hot water out of my jars, get them out of there. They've been in there 10 minutes or so to sanitize them. And one of the things you're definitely going to need is some kind of funnel. The funnel I've also put into the boiling water canner to sanitize this. Anything that's coming in contact with my product, I want to make sure that there's no foreign objects and no bacteria. Dip it all in the boiling water. Now here comes my barbecue sauce. Got to get bubbles out of here. So take a wooden stick, a chopstick, or a plastic handle. Don't use anything metal. Use something plastic or wooden and stir this to get as many of the excess bubbles out as you possibly can. Now when I've done that, I can take my lid, put that on there, and the rubber on the lid is kind of soft. Take my band, put that on, not too tight, just hand tight. We want to let that air escape a little bit. And now with my jar lifter, this is going to go into the boiling liquid. This jar must be fully submerged an inch or two in the liquid because the air won't escape. Now the object is to bring that to a simmer and get as much air out of that jar as possible. Now again, this is hot water bath canning. We know water can't get any higher than 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. If you're going to cook string beans or a chicken soup, a protein product, you're going to try and jar that. This is a low acid product. This is an entirely different story because you can make yourself very sick. Low acid products need to be heated to 240 degrees Fahrenheit. The only way to do this is in a pressure canner. Pressure canning is a similar procedure, but it's in a rather dangerous device. This high pressure that's in there allows the water to reach the steam and liquid in there to 240 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the only way to can low acid products. So be careful. You can't just do anything in here. This is for highly acidic products. Tomatoes, tomato sauces, barbecue sauces, salsas, things like that. 15 minutes in the boil, and then we'll take the jar out to cool. Jar, after 15 minutes, we'll carefully, and look out for that steam on your hand, lift our jar out, put that on a nice dry towel, and you'll notice the part of the two-part lid is a little convex right now because of all the pressure on it and the air trying to move out. But as it cools, you'll hear ding, as it sucks in. And if you do 10, 12, 15, 18 jars, it makes a little chorus of bunk, 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 as they all cool and suck the lid down. But after 24 hours time at room temperature like that, if you go over and push on one of the lids and it's playable, it's still got some play in it, that's not a safe product. That should go in the refrigerator and keep that nice and cool. I wish I could sit and keep the camera on it for you so you'd hear that sound, but try it at home yourself. I just heard it. It just... Oh man, I hope the microphone caught that. But now the lid of the jar, and it's still hot, so I'll have to pick it up this way. But now the lid of the jar has no play in it. I pushed down on it and it has no play, so that happened pretty quickly. That is a well-jarred product, and that will stay in a dark environment in your cupboard for, I don't know, a year or 2 or 3. And if it's highly acidic, like tomato or barbecue sauce, woohoo, you'll have it for a long time. I don't know, after the end of the world, they'll find your barbecue sauce and consider it the Messiah or something. I don't know. But again, hot water bath, highly acidic products, pressure canner for low acidic products. Don't confuse the two.